EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith going to look to throw right away. Completes this one to Thornton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go again with Genty. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Genty powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on. Cougar 19.
They'll run here with a rookie. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
18, find it, Warriors, Dragon 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
19 Tiger.
The 47-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
65 catch, 60, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. On the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Viking 18. Ready.
That's caught left side by Simmons. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
7 Pirates.
To throw is Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Kresge now. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Chino going to hand it to Genty. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Right back to Genty on first down. Down to about the 45. You talk about this Washington defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll in the film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder. Because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down in the yard. Gino now to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to punch it in with Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2.
You trying to do that little glitchy shit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go now.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Panther 11, 19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt. Steady.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7.
Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
That's caught by center. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
It's a gain of 11.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Trap
line.
60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Daniels looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10.
19.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave them with a third down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
70 Rangers, 70 Tag, 70 Timberwolves.
To the air goes Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Simmons, his second touchdown on his. And the Commanders are back within a score.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
The Commanders will line up for the two-point
Viking
conversion.
18, Warriors 70, 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19, 6, cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 35, here's second down and 1.
7, Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready. 670 Lions. Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Another Washington first down.
Ready.
First down.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. Elijah Morgan up to make the stop.
That's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On the ready.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Forward, Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Go.
Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught. And just shouting him off there. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely.
And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now Gino. And with only 9 seconds, well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 21-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Second and 11. That's to Lane. He's got it outright. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line.
Ready, right?
The toss right side. Here's Krosky Merritt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
At the 37-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 4 and 70. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
But he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Ready?
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to Krosky Merritt on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
19 tight, 19.
Raiders, 22-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. D.J. Johnson, the one who got there for the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption from both sides right now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run straight ahead with Genty. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Genty. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Once again, it's Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Short throw caught by Bowers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down.
Check 58.
It's a gain of 6.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Touchdown Raiders! Dante Thornton, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They go play action. Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane, 76 yards. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Trap 60. Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing is Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle is made at Washington's 40. A gain there of 21 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Throw left side complete to Scott.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
It's second and inches at the Commanders' 30-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Janty. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On the give, Janty. And they can't bring him down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Carlson on for the PAT.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
GG, my guy.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Commanders 26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And now an audible here into something else.
19 Lions. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And down he goes, brought down, Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing now is Daniels. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the